Hey guys, thanks for clicking. Appreciate that. So today we've had really heavy rain yesterday, and we have two properties that we're doing today. Now these two are challenging because they are normally kind of wet. I hate to use the word swampy, but it is so swampy, and the backyard's challenging. When we first started these properties, I got stuck in the back. Got stuck pretty good in the mud. So today we have to cut them because it's just the day to cut them, and I'm assuming it's going to be swampy. So we're going to go back there and we're going to evaluate, and we're going to see what we can do, and we are going to by all means try not to get stuck in the mud. But that's where we're at, so let's see what happens. Okay, so here we are. We're going to take a little walk in the close in the backyard here and show you what it looks like, and is it going to be a swamp or not? Let's check it out. So it looks harmless enough from here, right? So this property we cut every other week. We do two next to each other. They're both every other week. Normally that's not a big deal because the grass grows pretty decent here, and it doesn't get overgrown. But we have literally, there is a swamp back here. I'm watching where I'm stepping. As you can see back there, there's a big waterway and there's a swamp. So this area over here, it gets pretty wet, and I'm gonna take a walk through. I know you can't hear it because the other machine's running, but I'm squishing. So this is really soft. Oh yeah, we are in. I mean, let's see if we get that. You can see the water coming up. Yeah. So this is a challenge. So the problem here is this is an every other week property. That's wow, close again. So sorry about that. This is an every other week property, and we're here today. This is kind of the day we have. We don't really have the option to say, hey, this is a good day or this is a bad day. When you're a professional and you're doing this for a living, this is the way it works. So you've got to make your best judgment here. Obviously, the number one thing is we don't want to get stuck because it's just bad. It makes a big mess, and we're gonna do our best. So I'm gonna set it up on the tripod. We're gonna give it a run, and whatever we can't get to with the machine, we'll just run the weed whacker, kind of cover the area a little bit. The homeowner here is pretty cool. He understands it's a swamp thing, so we have to do the best that we can do. It's gonna make some lines, and I'm gonna show you those when we're done, and they go away because, as you saw the before picture, last time we cut it, it was pretty wet too, and it made a lot of lines in them. It's just the way it is, Let's give it a go. So as you can see on that last one, that's as close as we're gonna get there. And it's crazy and it looks bad, but it's just the way it is. It's a swamp and the grass does grow back in, and it's just the way it is. So this is one of those things. Let me flip it around. This is just one of those things when you have a wet yard. It's stuff you got to deal with, you know. I know it looks like, oh my god, look at those big ruts, but believe it or not, the grass flips back up. It looks fine, and it'll go back down. My poor machine didn't fare so well on the cleanliness. Oh man, look at that. That's awesome. So yeah, we'll be getting a bath today. Some mud everywhere. Looks like I went mud bogging. Oh my god. Okay, so here's the other side of the same yard. That's that side over there. It's pretty wet. The middle, it's kind of higher here. It's not too bad to cut. But over in this area, between the two properties, it gets really wet over here. So we have the same situation. Now, bear in mind, when you see those big ruts over there, you're like, oh my god, the yard's destroyed. It looks terrible. But trust me, we know this property and it grows back. So like the area that I'm showing you now, it looked just like that last week because it was pretty wet last week too. So it does grow back. You kind of got to know your property. Like I said, you definitely don't want to get stuck in there. And you know, you got to do your best, but that's kind of like, you know, why we're making this video, so you have an idea. Let me flip it around and we'll take a walk through. All right, so let's walk over here first so we can get an idea. Oh yeah, it's getting squishy. Oh yeah. I mean, you can see like there's water everywhere. Back there is all swamp. Oh yeah, like over here, this is really pretty rough to try and do. So I'll probably stay a few feet out and then we'll just go in with the trimmer and you know, we'll get it done. We got to get the job done. And sometimes these are the things you have to deal with, you know? So let's check it out, see what happens. Hey there. So that's what that's the swampy property. You know, some days aren't as glamorous as others in the lawn care business, but those were two customers that we acquired earlier in our landscaping days, and you know, they're great customers. They pay on time all the time. They're just, in general, they're just nice people. So would I have taken those properties now at this stage of the game? I'm not 100% sure, because you know, when it's wet like that, it's a mess. I mean, look at my machine. Oh my God, you know, that's my brand new machine. $11,000, and it's covered in mud. But it's a machine, and that's what we do with them. And it's a lot of extra work. You gotta trim a little bit more. Some people asked about a push mower. The weed whacker is a lot easier, it's a lot lighter and a lot cleaner. And the cleanup of the push mower when you're cutting swampy wet, it's just kind of a headache. So we try not to do that. And so with all that being said, thanks so much for watching. Peace.
Bye.